up? What's going on, everybody? It's Super Dave back at it with the PA Political Revolution podcast. And everybody, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Ain't no booger sugar snorting son of a gun is holding me down, you dig? Ain't nobody that had their body detailed at a chop shop is gonna hold your boy down, right? Back at it again, man. It feel good to be back with everybody. You know, I've been doing a whole bunch of other things and whatnot. I know, just like every time I've been trying to do more of these actual, podcasts, right? But I just have like a million things been going on. But I'm gonna try to do it as always. I'm gonna try to do it and go ahead and give you some more up to date things, or especially since we got all this action going on with everything corruption going on in the city of this election. So yeah, I definitely plan on get back in here on this podcast a little bit more than I used to do it. I'm gonna try. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to be more consistent with this here. I'm trying, everybody. I'm trying. Right now, we have a good one for the day. Right, we have a good one for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much break down all these false rumors and false lies. I want to give you pretty much some accurate information on what's going on with these housing apartments, right? Just like O.W. Collins, that's pretty much the main thing in the clips and confusion, right? You have like a sagging skin, booger sugar snorting activist, right? That tries to, come over here and come down here, and well, I call him Mr. Ass for for this time, right? Because the person has like a so much ass that the ass she got ass in the back, and then she got ass in the front. That's the first time I ever seen that in my life. You got somebody that got ass in the back and it shape shifts and have ass in the front. Ass so big you can see it in the front, right? So, you have a fake activist coming down here and bringing some people, pretty much embarrassing the doggone citizens, right? Embarrassing the doggone citizens and lying you like they're trying to expose something out of O.W. Collins, right? The senior facility, and we've been doing this work down here, right? But the problem has been, Bartie doing these last 6 years or whatever, right? Last 6 years the problem has been with Bartie because the position of the mayor the position of the mayor appoints the housing authority board, and the housing authority board, they can put these apartments in check like O.W. Collins. So it's no secret, right, that they have a lot of extortion going on down here in Port Arthur. These real estate companies are a big thing. It's been extortion, right? You have a mayor that puts in a board that kind of gives easy oversight over the residents, and a lot of times those people give kickbacks to the politicians, right? Usually the mayor, they'll get a lot of kickbacks. Some they may put on their financials. Some they'll just put in their pocket, right? But a lot of these apartment complex put in kickbacks for the mayors so they can have a light. They don't have to really do any kind of policing of these apartments, and kind of let them pretty much let them get away with being slumlords, right? Because they save a lot of money and have to do actual repairs, right? They'd rather let you live in this filthy environment versus trying to do the repairs. Repairs cost money, so they have they have a set amount of income that they can count on. So when you start doing repairs to these apartments, you know how you should be doing it. It kind of, it takes away from the profit. So the less you have to do repairs, the more profit the managing company gets, the apartment complex gets, and they'll just split some of that with the politicians. So understand, the mayor puts the board members inside of and chooses all the board members for the housing authority. And now the other end of that is the evictions, right? You have to have a honest JP candidate for the eviction, because what they tried to do, they tried to monopolize the both ends of the real estate, right? Because You have Bartie putting in the housing department officials, right? He puts in the board, so the board is going to go to how he feels about it. Then they tried to have the junior Bartie, his unqualified tail. They wanted to have him at the JP side. So you have the JP side, the end for the evictions, and you have the other Bartie over here at the mayor putting in the housing board. So that's how that corruption rolls right now. The corruption is so bad over here. They want to kind of they want to try to extort a lot of these doggone um, property, property managers, right? A lot of these real estate developers that they're trying to, send political hitmen to go ahead and help the candidates for the JP side, right? That's what you have. That's why the Barties and hire this cake faced clown, Mr. Ass with the shape shifting ass, right? So that's why we going through a whole lot of problems right now. Since the change of the guards at the mayor, that's why they make them they create the problem. The problem with O.W. Collins and a lot of these apartments, they were lax on supervising and managing, the apartment complex people, right? So now they want to send people down here. They create the problems and want to send you the answer. But actually, if you believe that on the Bartie side, that's nothing but the control, right? They want to use that as control. So let me go ahead and get into what's really going on and how we brought these issues to the council, where the citizens brought them to the council, and I was up there with them. I got into an argument with Bartie over this crap. But I'm gonna just show you a quick snippet of it. I don't think my issue come up on here, but I'm gonna just show you the quick snippet of what's going on, and the council actually telling you that the Port Arthur Housing Authority is where you need to go. Oh yeah, and this is and I did commentary over here. So the commentary you'll be hearing me giving me a commentary way back when, and what looked like August 2nd, 2022, when I did this. This was around the time when I did the podcast. This is actually a council meeting, but I did the podcast sometime afterwards. So we're going to go ahead and listen to what's going on, and that's my commentary back then.
Oh, Councilwoman Moses.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Bonita. I've been and worked with Deborah Freeman and some of the people to come in and do some community service there, and we've seen some things there. But let me ask you, have you made a presentation to the Housing Authority, the same presentation you're making to us, to the Housing Authority? Have you met with that board and presented this to them?
But I've made several phone calls. I've been ignored. I've been promised return phone calls. I have not received any.
Because they have jurisdiction over the property more so than the council members. So I would ask.
Now, well, goddamn Miss Moses is goddamn refusing to understand, right? And she could have said this. The mayor picks the board members, right? He has all the control. So if these punk son of a bitches, the mayor, would handle the fucking housing authority how they tried to handle the EDC, this shit would have been fixed. See, when it comes to citizens, they don't give a flip about you, especially about us, especially if we're low to moderate income, right? They don't give a damn about us. And that's why I hate these goddamn sellout ass Negroes here, because they hate black people. They hate us. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't think I'm bullshitting, but keep on.
Again, and as we can go back, as the mayor can appoint, we can kind of make sure that you are heard, because they have a board, and that board has jurisdiction and a contract with a third party that manages the facility. And so that's where we need to start. And so if we could get you heard, and we can support as a council do.
Man, this goddamn lady been goddamn fighting for. She told you about a fuck up for goddamn forever.
A letter, something that we can do on our part, but as council members.
So I'm listening to this. My goddamn blood is boiling in the goddamn audience, right? My blood is goddamn. I'm pretty much on fire right now in the audience.
we don't have, we can show up and help and do community service, but we have no jurisdiction.
Okay.
And so I have done, like I said, I've been there for community service. We've done, we've failed.
Okay, so she just pretty much said that they don't have jurisdiction. So Cal showing up over there is a complete fucking waste of time and it's purely damn political.
Christmas, passed out bags, done a lot of things, but that doesn't help what you're dealing with.
Pass out some demon. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. You said it doesn't help what she's dealing with. Okay, so at least you understand that.
What's going to help what you're dealing with is meeting with the right board. And that's what we need to get you.
Well, if you would help me
the
get
housing.
there, I'll be there, because I'm not going to stop till some.
Well, she needs the help, and that's the cue for the mayor or the people to say, hell, Mayor, can you go ahead and give these people a call since you appoint the goddamn board? You are fucking over the board, Mayor, so she's right there where she needs to be. She's at the highest place where she's at. The mayor appoints the board, right? When you want to get it fixed, you go to the top. And the position of the mayor picks the board members. They don't have to have a reason, no reason. You can pick them, move them at any given time. So there's no reason to go to the board. You went past the board. You went to the damn council where the seat of the mayor has jurisdiction over the goddamn housing authority. He puts the board members on there. The board members that she's going to speak, Thurman puts them on there. So you talking to Thurman, that's all you need to goddamn do.
Improvements are done.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't
I'm
stop
not stopping.
either.
This is only beginning.
So I think with the mayor calling Mr. Casada and us kind of backdooring and calling the same way, putting that, but somebody has, there is a property management contract in place. And so something has to be done from that end. And so let's see how we can get that, make some action, get some action done. I just want you to know the proper channels.
Yes,
and
thank
I'm going to
you.
sit here and say that I'm going to help. I need to know what to be able to help with, okay?
Thank
you.
Okay, Councilman Kinlaw.
Thank you, Mayor. Ms. Green, thank you for your presentation. I think Councilman Moses is absolutely correct when the person that actually is responsible is part of the housing department. My question, Attorney, how much pressure can we put on them to adhere to some of those basic safety and health issues? I mean, can the city actually send inspectors? Can we actually enforce some of those policies of the living conditions that the residents are not actually getting at O.W. Collins?
Yes, if they're violating any type of city ordinance, it can be enforced through code enforcement, and the inspectors can go over there and write citations just as it would any property owner, because they're still held to the same standard as any other business or property owner would be to maintain safe and healthy living conditions.
Okay.
So,
well, Ms. Green, that's your answer. We've been notified today openly and publicly about some of those safety and health issues. If we can get with the city manager or the mayor and see if we can get some enforcement done over there to ensure that those things are getting done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay.
Now, hey, you heard it. That's game over. Game over. You heard from the council. You heard from Charlotte Moses, who is now the mayor. She was on council back then. You heard Councilmember Kinlaw, who is on council right now, that he said, hey, can we put any pressure? Yes, they can put pressure because the mayor holds the seat of the doggone, he appoints the board. So it's said and done. So the housing authority is where they need to go. But the reason why you couldn't get anything done from the housing authority is because you had this clown-ass mayor, Mayor Bartie, over that. Now you'll be stupid if you want to elect another Bartie as a goddamn JP that handles the other end of the eviction. So that's the boat. There's two ways to extort it. So people, you gotta open your fucking minds when I'm telling you all of this, right? I'm telling you exactly this is how the extortion has been happening and why you've been living in a slumlord, right? Why you've been living at slumlords in O.W. Collins. This is it right here. This is the only way they can fix it. You start tearing their asses up with goddamn fines, just like you heard them say, right? They're going to compromise, right? They're going to get it. Now, look, the issue of this has gotten so bad. It has gotten so goddamn bad that I text that the OW Collins been bleeding. Bleeding money. Been I text been bleeding the housing authority for money, bleeding the city of Port Arthur for tax credits. It's a goddamn shame. Now, finally, right now in 2023, the consideration and discussion of a motion to authorize a forensic audit of O.W. Collins. Motion was made by Commissioner Vernon, second by Vice Chair. So, consideration and discussion of motion to approve proposal to restructure partnership with Alliant as related to O.W. Collins. Motion made by Commissioner, second by Vice. So, now you have some things going on, right? So, from what I've been told, that the things that's going to happen is either that the legal issues, they can get kicked out, they can kick ITEX out of there, and the housing authority take it over, or that the housing authority gets out of it and just only strictly for ITEX. So, too many times, man, we are in these bogus ass contracts. We're in these upside down contracts where all of these crooks want to go ahead and make a deal, right? See, this corruption on this housing hustle, right? This housing extortion hustle. It's been going on a few mayors ago, right? But now Bartie, he's in the seat, so he just want to reap some of the doggone money too, when you can change it. That's why I don't have no love for these politicians. See, I'm as an inside influencer on this politics, right? I see all of this is happening. I'm telling you, as citizens, this is what is going on. You have to understand, I'm telling you the truth, and I'm giving you the information where, I'm giving you the answer. I'm giving you the solution right here. The solution for O.W. Collins is the Port Arthur Housing Authority. Go over there and beat them upside the brakes with some doggone fines. Now, if issues is not going on over there right now, you need to go to Housing Authority, get with the board, make sure they put fines on them. If that's not the issue, if you can't do that there, you need to go to Mayor Charlotte Moses. Mayor Charlotte Moses is the one that needs to go ahead and handle this, right? She needs to make the call down there to do it, need to do it if they're not doing it, because she is the mayor now, and she has those, and she appoints the board. So she now has control over the board. So, I think something is going to happen, but I don't know how fast it's going to happen, because just like we showed you, right? They completed the forensic audit, right? From what I heard, ITEX got towed the hell up in a forensic audit. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and get that forensic audit, put that out to the people, and and kind of let you know what's going on, right? Because look, this is the answer for O.W. Collins and some of these other apartments. You know what I mean? So this is it. This is it. It's you don't need no fake line cartoon characters that's holding a Thor hammer that's just strictly about a cartoon character, right? They don't have no clue, no pull on what's going on, except they can, or claim they can, to the son of a bitch that's causing the problem, right? Thurman Bartie and Brandon Bartie. If, any of them in politics is trash, right? You need to get away from them on any Bartie. I'm telling you how the game is done. I just told you all how the game is being ran on you as citizens. They allow these people to be slumlords as long as they get a kickback. And the mayor holds the seat that appoints the housing board. The housing board is gonna obey pretty much whichever way the mayor sides, because he or she chooses the board. So if you having problems and the board can't do anything, that's indirectly the mayor's fault because they picked the people on the board, right? That's the front end of it. The back end of it is when you getting evicted by a slumlord because they lied on you and said you caused all the problems and they don't want to fix it. If you have a justice of the peace that's corrupt, right? And or is a Bartie, you're going to get screwed over. This is how the game is being played. So everybody is just a quick podcast letting you know how the apartment hustle is going down. The apartment extortion is going down. Now, since there are change of the guards right at mayor, now they want to come down here and act, now Bartie want to let his cousin, quote unquote cousin, to come down here and shake things up, right? Embarrass the people, not have any type of class in doing the apartments, but basically embarrass the people, right? Make them look like fools, playing slow music, have them waving from a high, a high story window, man, just making us look bad, right? But you all have the power to get rid of this. You need to get any Bartie or any relative of a Bartie out of politics in Port Arthur. This is one side of the corruption, people. I'm trying to tell you. This is what you need to know about this corruption. So that's pretty much it. Hey, have any other questions? Also hit me through the Facebook streams. I mean, Facebook DMs or whatever. Any other social media stream you see at me. Hey, if you know my number, just give me a call. Until the next time, this is Super Dave of the PA Political Revolution Podcast. Until the next time, peace.